The New York Knicks have secretly outsmarted the NBA. Instead of going all out like they have in the previous two off seasons and selling the farm for a big time acquisition, what they did was instead go out and get a couple of really nice bench pieces, let your other young bench pieces develop, and now instead of a 7-man rotation come playoff time, you've got 10 to 11 guys that can give you meaningful playoff minutes. Really, the biggest thing that the Knicks needed to address this offseason was depth. It was bad last year, especially in the playoffs when they only had 7 guys averaging more than 3 points per game. Their core four of Brunson, Anunoby, Mikal-Bridges, and Karl-Anthony Towns averaged 82%. They scored 82% of this team's points per game. So what do the Knicks do? They go out in the offseason, they bring in a couple of nice veterans that I really like, and then they develop a couple of other younger guys that can help fill out this rotation. So you go from 7 guys to maybe 9 or 10 guys that can give you legit playoff depth. Another piece to that is Tibbs is gone, so maybe that helps out a little bit. But the big need was depth, and the Knicks went out and did it at an affordable price. Move number 1 that I liked was bringing in Jordan Clarkson. That's going to be a fantastic addition to this roster because he's a guy that can come in off the bench and can absolutely spark things up for you. And it's a unit that needed some sparking up. He's averaging 16.2 points a game, 3.7 assists, and 3.2 rebounds last year. Shot 41% from the field and 36% from 3 on 6.2 attempts per game. And, I mean, he was playing in Utah, so nobody really cared. But they bring him in on a 1-year, $2.3 million deal. An absolute steal. This guy averaged 16 a game last year. Now, no, he's not going to get as many shot attempts this year in New York as he did last year in Utah, but still, revamping this bench unit. He alongside of Deuce McBride, that's going to be a fantastic backcourt. You got Paco Diede, I believe I pronounced that right, hopefully, and then Yabusele and Mitchell Robinson, even Tyler Kolek. And as for Clarkson, he can just come in. He's going to be the pure scorer from this bench unit, and I mean that's just his job. He doesn't even really have to play defense. Deuce McBride is going to be guarding the best perimeter player for the other team. Yabusele, of course, came over from France last year in Philadelphia and then goes to New York. Philly fans were pissed when he left this offseason. They really wanted him back. New York brings him in on a 2-year, $11 million deal. The second year to that deal is going to be a player option, however. So Yabusele could leave after the season. He averaged 11 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and a steal in 27 minutes. Shot 50% from the field and 38% from 3 last year on about 4 attempts per game. It was a fantastic season for Yabusele off the bench in Philadelphia, although he did have to start playing some starter level minutes once everybody got hurt. He's 6'8", 265, and has a surprising amount of bounce, and is the type of guy that can catch you off guard with that bounce and punch one on you like he did to LeBron in the Olympics, or Denny Avdia right here. Now, as for Kolek and Paco Diede, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Didn't watch too much of him this year, but I mean the film doesn't lie. He can knock down 3-ball, he can knock down a jumper. He wasn't the most efficient this year when it came to his stats on paper as a 6'9" wing with a 6'9" wingspan, but it's because of course he didn't get a lot of playing time. Tibbs didn't really play the rookies this year, so he didn't get to showcase what he could fully do, but the 3-ball was on display throughout the season. He only averaged about 2 points per game and played in like 5 minutes a night, so he didn't get the most opportunities. He had 1 game with over 10 points, and I mean, yes, he can help you this year, but he didn't really get developed in his rookie season, which stinks. Maybe a breakout candidate will kind of depend on over the summer what happens. The slashing is pretty solid, but I'm really excited for Tyler Kolek because, man, he lit up the summer league. Now, yes, he's a second-year guy, so he should be playing like he shouldn't be in the summer league. And some of these clips right here, I mean, coming off the screen, getting to his spot, rising up, knocking it down. Smooth lefty J. In transition, 1-2. I mean, that's just toying with him. He is clearly too good to be out here in the summer league right now getting buckets on these dudes. Catch and shoot in the corner, knocking it down. That lefty J is smooth, coming off the screen and just toying with the defender. Drew Timmy's in drop coverage right here, and he just walks right into a 3-ball and knocks it down from the top of the key. He was toying with the Brooklyn Nets pretty much. Getting downhill, lob up top to the cutter from the corner, and then way downtown, catch and shoot. Yeah, the bench unit should be a lot better this year, and I mean, Kolik's not even penciled in to get any minutes as of right now. The starters were doing all the heavy lifting last offseason, or last season, excuse me, and deservedly so. I mean, this is a really good starting lineup with Jaylen Brunson, the mayor of New York, who is an absolute stud, has grown and accomplished far more than I ever thought he would in New York. 6'2" with a 6'4" wingspan. I mean, he's put the city on his back because, of course, the Jets and Giants are terrible. And the Knicks had been terrible for the last, half-quarter century? Something like that. I mean, he averaged 26 a game last year, 7.3 assists, 2.9 rebounds, 1 steal in 35 minutes a game, shot 49% from the field and 38% from 3 on 6.1 attempts, and has taken the Knicks to back-to-back Eastern, or almost back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. A game away a couple of years ago, and then, of course, losing this year. The injuries from a couple of years ago, and then this year just couldn't get past the Pacers. Very unfortunate. Averaged almost 30 a game in the playoffs, 7 assists, 1 steal in 35 minutes, shot 46% from the field, 36% from 3. And I'm pretty sure everybody, including myself, thought that once they beat the Boston Celtics, it was their Eastern Conference to lose, enter the Indiana Pacers, however. Now, the Jaylen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns duo was better than anticipated. I mean, this was a duo. Karl Towns is one of, I think, the most underrated players in the league because everybody wants to talk about his voice, but the dude can absolutely hoop. He is every single bit of 7 foot tall with a 7'4" wingspan and is maybe the most skilled big man in the league. He shouldn't be moving the way he is at 7 foot. Instead, he just likes to chuck up a bunch of threes and they go in. 24.5 points a game, almost 13 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal in 35 minutes, shot 53% from the field and 42% from 3 on 4.7 attempts per game. Watch him run the lane right here, get right to the rim and finish the layup and then flex on him right here over Rudy Gobert. I mean, that is deep. That is from the hash. They also got OG Anunoby, of course, from a couple of offseason trades, knocking down the 3 ball there. 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan, and opposing teams fear him. They switch their primary ball handlers off of OG as much as possible. Give him a screen, whatever they need. Only shot 41% from the field and 34% from 3 on 6.7 attempts in the playoffs. Not great, however. Those need to improve this year come playoff time because, yes, he's a fantastic defender, and having him and Bridges on the court at the same time is awesome, but Bridges has to be able to knock down the 3 ball as well. Both of them do. However, Bridges was fantastic this year in the playoffs. He was really solid, especially in that Boston series. He had a couple of games, and the Detroit series, had a couple of games where it was just like, wow. 6'6" with a 7'1" wingspan. He averaged about 17.5 points a game, almost 18 points per game this year, about 3.7 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and 37 minutes. Of course, the Iron Man of the league, shot 50% from the field, 35% from 3 on 5.4 attempts, and of course, like I said, played those 82 games. So having OG, having Bridges, that's one of the best 3-and-D wing duos in the league. You have Brunson, you have Towns. Josh Hart is the glue that holds all these guys together in that starting lineup. Really, you have everything you need from the starting 5. Josh Hart needs to be a little bit more efficient from 3 this year. Other than that, I mean, you got Deuce McBride off the bench. He really came on towards the end of the year last year, played pretty solidly in the NBA playoffs last year. And then Mitchell Robinson. Those are your 2 bench pieces that return from a season ago. Of course, with the 2 new additions, plus your young guys, hopefully New York's bench is better this year. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to the like button. Leave me a comment down below and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.